In a galaxy far, far away. No, I'm just playing. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Indie Choice Picks. Today I have the creator of the hilarious, I guess you can say, X-Men. Anyways, it's a space comedy. Futurama and X-Men combined kind of comedy called In a Galaxy Far, Far Awry. Now, hold on to your hats because I was really blown away about how this creator put it all together. So, you're going to hear from him, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode of Indie Choice Picks. So, without further ado, here is the creator of In a Galaxy Far, Far Awry. Enjoy. Hey Liam, thank you for coming on to the show, man. I know we've been playing a lot of back and forth tag, so finally was able to sit down and get you on the show. So go ahead and tell the audience about who you are and what you do.
My name is Liam Gibbs, and I'm a writer. I'm writing superhero science fiction space odysseys right
Okay.
now. It's a novella series called In a Galaxy Far, Far Awry. Sort of like the Star Wars tagline, but you just change the last A to an R,
Okay.
and it's just a comedy. Somebody took super. What you got?
Say that again. I didn't catch that last part. Kind of having a bit of technical difficulties here, ladies and
You
gentlemen.
didn't catch that?
No, I didn't catch the last part.
Okay, it's like like Futurama.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, like so it's five books in and it's like somebody took Emma and those two concepts together.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Now, is it a comic book or are they novels?
But um they're comic books. So I kind of tried to take.
We're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I think our internet connection now might not be as great.
Everything's okay on my end right now anyway.
Yeah, everything just fixed itself. Okay, one more
Yeah,
time. Go ahead and
sure.
explain your book.
Okay, I'll take it right from the top then. So it's called In a Galaxy Far, Far Awry, and it's a superhero space odyssey, and it's a comedy on top of that. So imagine if somebody took like X-Men and Futurama and stuck those two things together. So you have the comedy, you have the space, you have the superheroes. I've got five books so far in the main series, but I've got a collection of short stories that kind of make up a zeroth issue,
Okay.
like all the short story collections, stuff that didn't fit into other books. Kind of collected that and I put that out there as well. So you got six books total, and I'm kind of hoping the seventh book will be out. Let me see, we're in September right now. I'm kind of hoping, I want to say December, but timelines they don't agree with me
Yeah,
all
I know
the
how that
time.
goes.
So we'll see, right?
So, how long have you been working on this project? It seems like you've been at it for quite a while.
I've been at it for actually, there's so many answers to that question. First answer, I know. It's like I started it like 25 years ago, right? Like just
Wow.
kind of ideas floating around in my head. Made a couple short stories, put them into English class. They suck. They're really bad. So I just kind of rebooted the whole thing about 10 years ago, and I've been starting from scratch from that, and that's what I've been putting out there. That's what everybody's seeing. And I decided, showing them off to a couple of my friends around town and everything, but I got kind of sick of showing them to the same two friends. So about 5 years ago, I started, getting into the publishing game. Uh, Somebody on Facebook had posted how they were going to put their book on Kickstarter, and I thought, why don't I do the same thing? So I went on Kickstarter, put the first book out, and it actually made enough money to make two books. So I had the second book roughly about a month after that.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question because you sent me your website. Usually, people send me their campaigns for like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, but you sent me the website. So you are doing crowdfunding for your book.
I did it before. I thought about doing it again, but honestly, the book is kind of sustaining itself, and crowdfunding is it's really exhausting because you got
Yeah.
to get out there and get a campaign. I feel like I'm running for mayor, so it's not quite something I want to jump into again quite yet. Who knows? Maybe further on down the line, somebody will say, "Hey, let's make a movie of this stuff. You'll need to raise some money." I'll go, "All right, let's get back to Kickstarter, or like a video game or something." Might get back to Kickstarter, but right now I'm kind of okay just kind of maintaining the other 900 jobs that I have publishing the book series as it is right now.
So what are you using? You're self-publishing these books, obviously. What are you
Yeah.
using to print, and are you using like Amazon to distribute, or how is that working?
Um, I'm using like what I do is obviously like I get the I write it myself. I get the editing done myself. I do the layout myself. And then what I do is I send it to Amazon. They have a subsidiary that I publish through, and all you have to do is you send them a PDF, you send them the cover file, and they put it up. And you order what's called author copies. So if I wanted 50 copies, I get them at a discount. If I wanted to sell them at a convention or something,
You
so I
talking
can just
about
order right from there.
Create Space, right?
Sorry,
You talking about Create Space?
it used to be CreateSpace. Yeah, CreateSpace was a subsidiary of Amazon, and I started out there,
Uh-huh.
but they since kind of folded into Amazon completely into something called uh, Kindle Direct Publishing, which I know Kindle's an ebook thing, but they just kind of go, the Kindle, they use the Kindle name for publishing paperbacks now as well,
Yeah.
and I don't know why,
I
but
think
I kind of do it through there.
I think it's actually a little bit better because I published my novels on Kindle Direct Publishing, and then when I decided to make paperback copies of it, I went to CreateSpace, and then very recently I like logged in just to see what sales were like, and learned that CreateSpace had kind of like got eaten by Amazon. So now you can
Yeah,
kind of just create your paperbacks through your back office at Kindle Direct Publishing, which I think is cool too, and it's print on demand, and you still get your author copies and stuff like that. So I think it was a
yeah,
good move for Amazon, to be honest. That way people can get paperbacks and get the digital copies as well.
yeah. I think Amazon just decided they want to get rid of the middleman.
Yeah, they've been eating a lot of people lately. Like they're just going after anything they can just to build that massive empire. All right. So here, I
It's
got
the
your
Disney of
website up.
publishing books.
Let me share the screen with you really quick. Whoops.
Sure.
Let me know when you can see it.
There we go. I can see it now.
All right, all right. So tell us a little bit more about the story. You got all of your books here, and I would assume that it links to your Amazon page where people can actually buy the books and stuff like that.
Yeah, if you scroll to the top of the home space, there should be a button there, buy the first book.
Okay.
Yeah, if you click on that, it goes to a listing of all the books. So like I said, there's 6 of them so far. And if you go on to Amazon, it'll list all 6 of them there, and then you can just click, oh, I've just, I bought the first book already. I'm gonna go buy the second book.
Okay.
Also, it just says there, it's a little bit outdated. It's been on Google Play for a couple months now, so maybe I should take that down. But you got a Google Play link there because when I put it up, it was really recent. Google Play had just kind of opened themselves up to me, and so kind of excited to put that up. But yeah, you can if you go on buy the first book, you can just click there, and it'll go straight to Amazon for you.
I'm just curious. Okay, cool. And you set up your author page and all that fun stuff on Amazon?
Looks like it's going straight to the first book. Actually, maybe they changed something.
Hmm.
I had a redirect in there, and it might have just kind of
Yeah, send me straight to
yeah
the first
going right
book.
to the first book.
But you do
Yeah,
got your author page here, so that's what I've been trying to. Amazon has this new feature where you can do all your author pages and people can follow you. So it's kind of like a social media marketplace hybrid thing kind of going on here.
yeah.
Do you run ads on Amazon to kind of get people buying your book?
I did run a few ads, but advertising is not my forte, so I'm still kind of learning the ropes of Amazon advertising.
Okay.
When I get the hang of it, I'm going to jump back into it. But so far, like I took them down so I can kind of do some more research on how to do that.
Well, I actually got a book because I started advertising my stuff on Amazon, and I read a book by, I forgot the guy's name, but he actually breaks down how it works and how you can actually start making money with ads. So I mean, it worked for me. It took a lot of time. Like you would have to set a few hours a day just to get your stuff together and your ads and brainstorm catchy taglines, and it was a lot of work. So I kind of stopped after about a few months, but it works. Like I was making some pretty decent money in ads. So I'll send you a screenshot of the book on Twitter.
Sure, I'd love
Like
to see this book.
it was a good read. Like I still have it as a reference, but it was very, very, very helpful for me. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the story that you got going on here. And it looks like you're going to expos and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my next one is going to be Ottawa Comic Con. I'm in Ottawa, so I do all the Ottawa circuit. I go to Montreal sometimes, go to Toronto sometimes, but I don't stick around Ottawa. So I'll be in Ottawa in a couple of months for Ottawa Comic Con, the holiday one.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. I need to get back in the circuit myself. I had a lot of fun when I was traveling and going to Comic Cons and stuff like that. So much fun. But
It's exhausting, but yeah, it's a ton of fun.
it's very exhausting, especially when you have to travel always. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
not fun, but it's fun, but then it's not fun. You just got to know exactly what you're signing up for and actually do it, you know?
you gotta be willing to get up early in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
get into bed late at night, lifting more than you've ever lifted in your entire life.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's your passion, it's like, yep, I'm happy to do it, to be honest,
Yeah,
getting those people to your booth, selling books, selling copies, taking pictures, signing stuff. It's a lot of fun building your own following.
it is. It is.
So tell us a little bit about the story. What you got?
Okay, so I got it's kind of two friends got split up a long time ago, and now they're fighting. You got this man, Master Asinine, and he's serving in the military, but he keeps getting kicked around a lot. You can imagine with a name like Master Asinine, he listens to all the wrong music, he dresses all the wrong ways, says all the wrong things. So nobody likes him. You can imagine. He keeps getting spat on, pushed around, kicked around, walked on, you name it. But he gets sick of it, so he decides he's going to revolt.
Mm-hmm.
He decides he wants, instead of being at the bottom, he wants to rise to the top. So he's gonna form his own criminal organization, and he's gonna sell military secrets to the highest bidder, so that he can fund the criminal organization. Anyway, he's got another grand scheme up his sleeve. So what he does is he unites all of the other 6 largest criminal organizations in the galaxy into one mega organization that he now controls. And he's going to use this to take over the entire galaxy. And if the galaxy doesn't like it, too bad. He's going to nuke it instead. And he's built a planet-destroying laser to do just that. Anyway,
That's
the
awesome.
military. I hope so. Imagine what the Greeks are, right? But being controlled by a guy with the intelligence of a super group. Anyway, the military, they get wind of what's going on, and they you can imagine they don't like the idea of it. So they hire his only friend in the universe, Legion, to try to stop him. Problem is, Legion can't stand the sight of him anymore. Other problem is he's got 4 days to stop him.
All right, that's one hell of a story right there. I like it. I like it. So I'm trying to find Captain Asinine here, but I can't seem to find him on your character
In
list.
alphabetical order, if you go right down to the M's.
Oh, that's a long ways. Oh, there we go. This dude.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the guy.
So tell us a little bit more about your main characters here.
Main character. So Master Asinine is the main character and the bad guys, and he's the biggest moron ever on the galaxy. Like I said, he says all the wrong things, but he's kind of offhandedly witty in a way, like you're laughing at him, not with him, and he controls a whole bunch of what I call them. They're hyper people, and that's kind of the fancy way of saying super villain or superhero in the future. So he's got his own gang of super villains going on. If you scroll down a little bit, you got Mechanism right there. That's one of them. And he goes against his only friend Legion, who I said already, he's kind of not. They're not on good terms anymore because Master Asinine, when he was escaping from the military to sell the military secrets, he ended up killing their mutual friend. Years ago, years before the series starts. So Legion kind of looks at him as a murderer, and now he's a criminal empire leader. And Legion is trying to form his own group of hyper people to go after Master Asinine. So it's almost like the X-Men versus the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants going together.
Yeah.
And just beating each other up book after book.
Okay, okay. Now, who are the good guys here?
You good guys, the main good guys I would say are probably Legion. There's a guy Power Plant. He shoots lasers, but he's kind of like Master Asinine. He's got like a maturity difficulty. He hasn't matured past the age of 11. There's one guy Franchise. He multiplies himself. One guy Ace Spandex. He's a computer genius. Those are probably the main characters of the good guys. The main characters of the bad guys. You have Master Asinine. Obviously, you have Lieutenant IQ 23, who he doesn't serve any purpose other than to be Master Asinine's second in command. Then you
Okay.
have Brain Dead, who is not he's not the brightest bulb either, but he's Master Asinine's main bodyguard. Those are the three main bad guys, and you also have Schizophrenic, and he's a two-headed beast. He's built like a truck. One head is just super sarcastic, and the other head is just super idiot. The left head hates the right head.
This is
That's the guy
great.
right there.
All right.
Yeah. Actually, if you click on the picture, click on one of the faces there. Click that, you go into kind of a larger view of the character.
That's actually pretty cool. I like
Yeah.
it. Do you do all the artwork
And if you hover over one of the circles, no, I don't. I cannot do artwork to save my life.
and stuff?
I found somebody from DeviantArt. They live in the Ukraine, and they do all my artwork.
Okay. This is great. I think this dude is probably my favorite character so far.
Yeah.
That's great. And so they're all just the good guys are trying to stop the bad guys, but it's more kind of like a comedy with a taste of superheroism in it.
Yeah. It was really it was inspired a lot by Saturday morning cartoons. So the bad guys would come up with some kind of plan to defeat the good guys and take over the galaxy. The good guys, they would, win, or they get through, through, like from a hair's breadth. But the bad guys, they would totally scrap the plan. They wouldn't adapt it or modify it to make it better the next week. They would just come up with something completely different, which kind of always baffled me about, cartoons. If a plan half worked, work on it. And so, next time you come around, it'll work completely, right? But they never did that, and for some reason. So it inspired kind of what I've got here going on. The bad guys will come up with something. Next book is completely different.
This is great. So you have all your books on Amazon, and currently you're working on issue number 6.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds great. All right, I'm gonna come back to you. So what are your future plans for the series? Is it just going to be one of those ongoing things, or are you going to do something different, or end it after so many books, or what? What's the plan?
People often ask me, like, how many books have I got planned, and they're surprised when I tell them, actually, because like I said, I've been working on this for 10 years or whatever, so I have a kind of a stockpile of stories. I got 21 of them sitting on my computer, so you're going to see at least 21 books coming out. People say, like, what's the end number? Like, I don't know. I say I'm going to end it when I'm dead or I'm bored, and I haven't done either of those yet. I've been toying around, and I hate to say this because then somebody's going to say, you should do it, and then I'm kind of, held to doing it. But I've been kind of playing around with the idea of doing an expanded universe and kind of doing a story that kind of sits outside the main narrative, explore some different characters, some different part of the galaxy, kind of the same culture and stuff like that, but, in the same universe, but different characters. But I haven't started. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do that, because the main series takes up all of my time, right? The advertising, the
Yeah.
publishing, that. So I don't even know if I have the time to do that right now, but I've been toying with the idea. You might see something in the near future with some kind of like side stories. I'm not sure yet.
All right, man. I like it. I think I'm gonna go pick up issue 1 on Instagram. I mean, not Instagram. Wow,
You pick it
Amazon.
up on Instagram. I don't mind. Go for it.
Yeah, I gotta
Let
find. I gotta
me
find you
know
on
how it works.
Instagram. How long are each issue? Are you talking about like a 50-page graphic novel, or just like your standard size comic book issue, like 20, 23 pages?
It's about, no. If I were to translate it to a graphic novel, it'd probably be like one of those Walking Dead hardcovers, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 150 pages written out. So, I mean, I don't know how many pages that would come up with if it was a graphic novel. We definitely larger than your standard 22 issue or 22 page issue.
Okay.
Anyway,
So you put in some time. Who are your team that you're working with? How many people you got working on this project with you?
I got just me doing the writing. Then obviously I got a couple beta readers. Those are the people that read it before you end up sending it to an editor. My street team, those are the people that they help me out at the cons and stuff. I got like 3 or 4 of those. My daughter comes out to them sometimes. I think she likes just going to the Comic Cons for free instead of helping me out.
That's a good
But,
plus,
she's
though.
11. What are you gonna do, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But yeah, I definitely got I got Bernie. He's been with me almost since the start, helping me out, and Val sometimes she shares with me doing some shout outs here, and then Colin, he's the guy who he comes and he dresses up as Master Asinine. He does the whole cosplay thing, and he's getting people funneling them over to the booth and everything, and he helps me out as well.
That's cool. That's cool. That's awesome. All right. So coming towards the end of our time together, I like to do one thing towards the end. Is I like to have the creator give some advice to some of the aspiring creators out there who are looking to do a comic book and they don't quite know how to get started. So what kind of advice do you have for people like that?
Here's the advice that I have for people, and this is going to sound kind of like, oh, I've heard this before, but hear me out here. When you've got an idea, you got to put that out, and you don't quit, because you will come across times where you will not be inspired. You will not want to sit down. You will not want to work, whether it's comics, books, whether you're making a movie, whether you're making just a painting or whatever. There are times when you are not going to want to sit down, but it's gonna eat at you. You sit down anyway. You do the parts that aren't inspiring, because when it comes down to it, it is a job. There are parts of the job that you like, there are parts of the job you love, and there are parts of the job that you hate. Whatever it takes. If it takes coffee, sit down, get through those parts that you don't like just as much as you get through the parts that you do like, and see it out to the end. Because when you get to the end and you're holding the thing, your product in your hands, there's no better feeling than that. Maybe aside from holding your own daughter or son in your hands, maybe. There is no better feeling than holding the thing in your hands and then showing it to somebody and having them take it, and then seeing it months later, it's on their wall, they're posting it on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Look what I picked up the other day from so and so, and just seeing how much enjoyment somebody else is getting from this thing.
That's very well said. Very well said. I couldn't have said it better myself. I know a lot of people, they say, well, what should I do to get started? And I'm like, just get started. There's no thinking about it. If you have an idea, just start writing. Just get it out of you.
Exactly.
So, all right, Liam, man, thank you for coming on to the show, my man. It looks like a very fun and exciting story. I will be picking up issue 1, and I will let you know what I think about it. There's no doubt in my mind I'm going to laugh a few times, right?
I hope so. That's the point, right?
That's the point. All right, Liam, thanks again for coming on to the show, and I will see you on Twitter, my friend.
All right. Thanks a lot.
No problem. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. Is it for today's episode of Indie Choice Picks. If you guys like this, please like the video. I'm trying to get as many subscribers as possible. I mean, that's the goal with every YouTube channel as possible, okay? If you're new to the channel, then I welcome you with open arms, and I hope you hit that subscribe button and notification bell. I have one more interview that I'm going to do before the end of season 1, and I will be back in November with season 2 with a ton of new indie comic creators, as well as some returning ones who I have scheduled for later on this year. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of Indie Choice Picks. If you are an indie creator and you want to come on the show, all you got to do is find me on Twitter, Will at Heroic Studios. That's Will AT at Heroic Studios. I'm holding my Red Ranger helmet, all right? And that is it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, and my indie comic, The Super 6, is now in pre-launch on Indiegogo. So why don't you guys go and slide me your email so I can make this happen. All right, I'll put the link in the description below. All right, guys, enjoy your night, and I will see you guys next time on Indie Choice Picks. Bye-bye.